Warm greetings from the high 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans, and thanks for joining me. It is Thursday, February 20th, 2020. I want to bring you some information out of the state of Washington, and if you need verification for this storyline, please log on to CNN. Woman who posed as baby photographer charged after drugging a mother and planning to steal her child, prosecutors say. A Washington state woman is facing second-degree assault and attempted kidnapping charges after prosecutors say she posed as a newborn photographer and drugged a mother in order to steal her baby. Juliette Leilani Parker, a former Colorado Springs mayoral candidate, pleaded not guilty to both charges Tuesday during a hearing. Mercy me. CNN has reached out to Parker's attorney, Ephraim W. Benjamin, but has not heard back. I don't know if it's an allergic reaction or if they drugged me. According to court documents, the incident took place February 5th when Parker, 38, and her teenage daughter went to an alleged victim's home in Pierce County, about 50 miles south of Seattle. Alicia Miller said Tuesday that she met Parker in January when she responded to a Facebook post that said Parker was a photographer and would take free photos of Miller's newborn baby to build her portfolio. She came to my house on 3 different days to take pictures of my newborn, Miller said. On the third day, the photographer came to my house with her teenage daughter. They brought a bottle of wine and cupcakes that she said she had baked. The cupcakes were split into 3 different groups, prosecutors said in the court documents. The victim told investigators, according to the court documents, that she was pressured into eating 1 cupcake from each group. She says she was the only person offered a cupcake from the second group and began feeling numbness in her lips, face, legs, and arms after taking a bite, the documents say. I've puked like 5 times now, Miller can be heard saying in a 911 call that was released by the Pierce County Sheriff's Department. I don't know if it's an allergic reaction or if they drugged me with something because I was fine and then I ate a cupcake. I ate one and I was fine. Then I ate another one and my face started getting numb. I think I repeated myself. Sorry about that. Miller told dispatchers she felt super spacey. It also sounds like the caller is vomiting while speaking with authorities. It's hard to talk and like my hands and my feet are super numb, Miller says. I feel like my breathing is jacked up too. The victim told Parker and her daughter to leave multiple times, court documents said. They didn't leave immediately, waiting until shortly after the victim went to lie down, the documents say. Before leaving, however, documents say, Parker wiped off her drinking glasses. The victim also noticed her house keys were missing and texted Parker, who said she didn't have the keys. Parker later said she found them in her yard and had an unknown male deliver them to the victim's home, the court documents say. 2 days later, the victim went to the hospital where her blood was tested, prosecutors say in the document. Doctors told the victim her symptoms sounded similar to those associated with consuming GHB, a colorless, odorless, tasteless liquid widely known as one of the date rape drugs. Since this happened, I am terrified to be at my house. I don't go anywhere, Miller said through tears during the news conference. I don't like being at home. I'm not sleeping. I'm not eating. I carry a machete, a knife, and pepper spray in my car. I sleep with a knife, even under my pillow, as a result of this. Parker allegedly discussed kidnapping babies. During the investigation, authorities found that Parker had asked someone she had been in a prior dating relationship with if he could get GHB, court documents said. They also discussed taking a child from a homeless person and raising the child in a nice house, the documents say. The male, who is unnamed in court documents, jokingly said they should kidnap someone, to which Parker responded, as a last resort, court documents say. Parker told the man she would marry him on the spot if he found her a baby in the next 5 weeks, according to documents. Parker's daughter also told the man that her mom wanted a baby girl more than anything, court documents say. Parker's daughter said she knew where they could find a baby and specifically referred to kidnapping, the documents say. An investigation showed that Parker posted ads offering free photo shoots with women at least 37 weeks pregnant or with a baby no more than 1 week old, the court documents state. Detectives established that the defendant would be contacted over social media and arrange victims visits with women, court documents said. Once at a residence, the defendant would take photos of the babies with a Nikon camera and then use her cellular phone to take selfies with the baby. That is the said information. I was meaning to bring you all this a couple days ago. Got behind. If you need verification for the story, log on to CNN News. Well, when I first read this story days ago, they didn't have this much information as far as the cupcake and all that and what the boyfriend said and going to find somebody to get the baby in conversation. They didn't have none of this information. So this is new update from yesterday. This is what I found weird when I read it the first time. I wonder why it took them 3 times to visit. Most people who are desperate for a baby, once they're with you, they know they want the kid, they get the baby Johnny on the spot. So I found that odd. Another thing that's weird, you see you're feeling sick, you're telling these people to get out of your home, and yet you will go lie down with them in your house. You're not even verifying that what? They left or what? Maybe I need to reread that, but that's odd. Then they bring somebody, they use a messenger to bring the keys back. That's even more crazy. Now you're verifying that you did something wrong by stealing the keys and that you were up to no good and that you also drugged the lady because she was feeling fine before you all got there. And this eeny, meeny, miny, mo cupcake thing. Huh? No, don't eat this one. Eat this one. How about saying no? No, honey, I've eaten already. I've snacked already. No, thank you. I'm not interested in a cupcake. May I help you? Who brings wine with cupcakes to a pregnant woman's house? I'll wait. See, all of this is buffoonery. Because she should have known better. One, she brings a child with her, which is stupid, and a bottle of wine to a pregnant woman's home, knowing she doesn't drink. She's not going to be drinking with a baby. Hopefully not. See, the red flags, I keep telling people, if you just pay attention. You brought this person with you to take pictures. Why? 2, you're bringing wine. 3, why are we playing hopscotch with the cupcakes? Why are you trying to make me eat each one from this batch? Woo, woo, woo. Just say no. Just say no. But as you see, people use social media as ways to get to people, scam people, lure people to do devious things to them, murder them, kill them. She's very lucky to be alive. Let's say that first and foremost. She's lucky to be alive. She is lucky that this lady did not cut her open and take her baby, which that has happened. Harm her, beat her. You see, this is insane to me. And now I'm sitting here wondering, what in the world was really going on in that house? Really, really going on. Shenanigans. Absolute shenanigans. So, they've been looking for a baby. So you've been going on social media, luring people, watching people talk about their children, their babies, and then you just decided you found this right one. And it looks like the daughter did the hunting for the child. So this is even more baffling. I was just trying to scroll back up to get the said information. But it's like, why would you take your daughter to do this? That's what it says. I'm just scrolling back up. She's going to drug this lady to steal her child. And then, of course, 50 miles away. It's a little ways from Seattle. Over an hour or more. Because I was wondering if she lived in the area or not. Or in the same town. And then she offered to take free photos of her child. You see the ruse? Oh, I'm trying to build a portfolio. I'll take, free pictures of your baby. Blah, blah, blah. You can't trust anybody. Not even a woman who says she's a photographer, wants to take pictures to build her portfolio. And as I state, she is lucky they didn't take her child. Because that's what I was scheming over, just make sure I was saying everything properly. They could have took the baby Johnny on the spot. And as I state, you have crazy people that will cut a baby out of you while you're pregnant, take the baby while it's alive. They don't care. So she's fortunate. And as I stated, I'm surprised they waited 3 days, because she already was, conversing with her over the phone or whatever. And then she waited day 3 to take the child, which I think that's a bit odd. I don't know if something was going on other times, or maybe there were other witnesses around to where she couldn't get the child without being seen. But see, the crazy thing about that is you've advertised yourself, you've posted pictures of yourself, through social media, because how are you going to be able to sell your business without there being a photo of you? Because that's what social media is about, is advertising yourself, especially if you have a business. So how are you going to have a business to be a photographer? There's no photo of you. How you know she didn't take that photo and share it with a friend, share it with somebody else, and say, oh girl, there's a lady that's trying to build a business up and blah, blah, blah. See, this when you know you're dealing with fools, people who don't think, people who don't plan things out. So then she feels sick, tell you all to leave several times, you finally leave. I don't know if she actually watched them leave or she just went on back in her room, woo, woo, woo. And the fact they sent a messenger back is even more crazy to me. So now you got a witness of somebody else coming to the house. That's a part of the ruse, to bring the keys back. Why not just sit the keys in the mailbox? How about that? Put them in a baggie, tied on the door, just sit it on the porch. Why let them see who the guy is? So he's a dummy too. And I wish that child had enough sense to say, Mommy, this is wrong. This is truly wrong. Now I wonder about the boyfriend or whoever she was dating. And maybe he didn't mean no harm when he joked. We could kidnap somebody. But that's not a good thing to joke about, because now you see this lady has gone to somebody's house and drugged them with a drug and taken her child with her. So now you've got your child as a co-conspirator into drugging somebody in an attempt to steal their child. But another thing that really strikes me odd is, why would it take you 2 days to go to the doctor? You went and lied down because maybe you were that sick to where, of course, you couldn't walk or talk or drive. But when you got up and felt better, you should have went to the emergency room, Johnny on the spot. And frankly, I think you should have been calling 911. Because I don't know if that was actually relayed in this article, in the time frame, if she called 911 after they left, because the article says she went to lie down. So now I'm wondering, what time did she call 911 to say she wasn't feeling well and she felt like this lady and this kid drugged her? See, this is BS. And the fact she went to the emergency room, see, this sounds really weird to me, even on her part. And I'm not trying to throw any shade to somebody who's drugged, but this is weird that you would lie down. I'd be too damn near scared to sleep, but I guess you can't, of course you can help go to sleep because you've been drugged. But what I'm saying is, I think I would have preferred to call 911 and say, I'm not feeling good. I think these people drugged me and I'm feeling woozy. So could you please hurry up and send an ambulance? And then another thing about that, all this is, I know I shouldn't say what she should have done in a way, because if she locked the door, then the ambulance people wouldn't be able to get in. If she said, oh, I'm going to leave the door unlocked after that incident, you'd be too afraid to even leave the door unlocked. So this is a messed up situation. I think she should have said, I'm coming out this door the best I can, and I'm going to stand out here on this front porch so you all can get me to the hospital to make sure nothing else harms me or my child. Now, some of you may differ in opinion, but we already know she could have laid back in a room somewhere and never woke up. Nobody would have even known what happened. You see what I'm saying? I didn't hear a mention of a husband or a boyfriend in this scenario either, pertaining to this child. So you see, I think I would have been wanting to carry out of there by ambulance, just in case, because you never know what can happen when you have put when a foreign agent has come in contact with your bloodstream. As I state, she could have passed all the way out and never woke up. Then what? Then they would have never found the culprits, perhaps, because you don't know how this would have played out. Very odd story, very interesting story, but she has been arrested. And and another thing, Meryl, she was running for a mayor. Are you serious? Who mayor of what town was you about to be a mayor of? Because we already see you didn't win, so now you're trying to kidnap, you're drugging mamas and want to kidnap babies. You definitely didn't need to be in charge of nobody's city government. Wow, that's deep. Because it goes to show you, I say this all the time, you do not know people. You see how crooked this is? This heifer ran for city government. I already have a daughter. It takes that child, a teenager, they didn't specify how old she is, to go drug a lady in an attempt to kidnap her child, newborn baby. I mean, this is deep. And then the fact that you have ran for city government to be a mayor. Just imagine had people voted for her. Imagine what she would have done having access to city funds, private information, public information. She'd been hell on wheels. She would have been hell on wheels. Praying for this lady, the safety of her child. I hope they throw the book at her, the judge. I don't know what to say what they should do with this daughter, because I need to know how old she is before I can say if she needs to get some time too alongside her mother. Because depending on the state, they can try her as an adult, depending on the crime. So thank God it wasn't murder. Because if she was anywhere near 16, you may be getting the book, young lady, the book thrown at you. You be sitting in a cell beside your mama. This is horrible. This is horrible. But when I get an update to this story, I will surely bring it to you. As I stated, if you need verification for the story, please log on to CNN News. Like and share, drop your comments below. And until the next video, this is Everyday Shenanigans. Bye-bye.